EMAP, or Emergency Management of Address Portal, was created for public safety community to easily review and suggest edits to address points. It's accessible for viewing as a registered AZGO user, but to edit and suggest changes, you need to be a member of the 911 Public Safety Group. Once you're logged in, you need to click on to the Apps tab on the website and scroll down to the EMAP application in order to open it. Here's what the interface looks like. It's easy to zoom in to the area of interest and pan around the map interface. The reference boundaries can be added or changed from the menu bar on the left, depending on the user's needs, for example, to show incorporated municipalities. There are several ways to search for addresses. One way is to type an address or a place, for example, McQueen Park, in the search box on the top left of the map interface. And here the address pops up in the drop-down menu. The base map can be changed from the menu on the right. There are a couple options for different street maps, base maps, and satellite imagery. You can see the edit options for address points by highlighting it from the row in the table or right-clicking on the address point.
Multiple point selection can be achieved on the map by holding the Control key while drawing selection areas or clicking on individual points. Multiple address points can be selected or deselected in the data grid in a similar fashion.
You can zoom in closer by holding Shift while dragging a box with the mouse. And now that you're closer, you can see the address number labels appeared on top of the points. To have a larger variety of filtering capability, you need to change to Professional User from the top menu bar. In Pro version, we have more filter options and can change between spatial and attribute filters, which gives us different menu options below, like County or Zip. You will have to click Data Retrieval to bring the address points to the map in the filtered area. We can see the difference between the spatial and attribute filter, for example, in this area where it looks like one address point is outside the boundary but has been attributed with the given zip, and it will disappear when we click on the spatial filter. If the point has been placed in the wrong area and needs to be moved, you can do that by right-clicking on the point and selecting Move. The point can then be dragged, and when in correct location, you can fill in the attributes for the point on the Details tab, like the street type, for example. Instead of typing, you can also use the globe button when available to bring in the information from the reference layers. Click Save when done. The Transactions tab will show you all the changes or edits that have been done to that particular address point. The latest changes being at the bottom. Here you can see all the changes we just did. If you notice an error, you can delete all the changes by clicking on the Rollback button. Now you can see that the changes we made are no longer visible at the Details tab. Close the window from the X on the top right. If you want to share an address point or location you're working on with a colleague or collaborator, you can click on the Share button on the top menu bar, write an email address to send it to, and click Share. Your colleague or collaborator can then get to the area in question by opening the link from their email. When you're done with all your edits and suggestions to address points, you can send them to the data provider by clicking the Send button on the menu bar. You can go through your changes on the list and make sure everything is correct, and then click Send. This concludes our short introductory video. Feel free to contact us with your comments and suggestions. We are always trying to improve our product.